Hey, it's Lex, and today we're going to be finishing up our April budget for 2018 and find out how I did. So let's take a look here. See what the damage is, because trust me, it is a bit of a cluster this month. Alright, let's start off with mortgage. Mortgage was $494.87. Co-op was still $30. Car insurance was $62.98. Cell was $43.80. Wi-Fi was $89.69. Gym was $29.99. So Netflix $10.99 and Hulu was $7.99. So it's the same thing. So that means I spent exactly what I said I was going to, so $770.31 there. Now comes the fun part, what's the variables with the pets and the fuel. So let's see. For my pet total, I went over. I budgeted $150, but I ended up spending $178.22. That was dog food and medicine, cat litter, treats, all that stuff. Now fuel, I came under. I budgeted $130 and I came in at $82.70. So let's see. Get that over there so you can see. 178.22 plus $82.70. So I budgeted $280. I came in to under $280 at $260.92. So far, not too bad. I overspent a little bit, but it managed to even itself out. Moving on, groceries, dining out, miscellaneous, the me. How did that go? Well, as you know, I was using a clip system for April, and I've decided to change that for May because this was such a disaster. Trying to keep track of where my money is and come home and write it down, and you know, it just didn't work for me this month. So I am going to be changing that to an envelope system. I'll have a video coming up on that. Plus you'll hear me talk about it, I'm sure. And when I do my May budget, you'll hear me gabba about it. So let's figure out groceries, which is this is the cluster part, people. It was all jacked up. Let me put it to you this way. I have really no idea what I spent on groceries, dining out, miscellaneous, and me, other than what I wrote down, because using cash, of course, you don't know. Well, I can tell you this, at the end of the month, I had $3 and a handful of change left in my cash clip system. So, but I know I overspent on some of these because, like dining out, I know I did because I had to use my debit card a couple times. I had family in from out of town. I tend to pick up the bill. I don't tithe like I should at all. Let's be honest, I don't tithe at all, and I should, and I don't get to give very often. So when I do it like in forms of dining out and other methods, you know, stuff like that, because that's always nice for you to pick up the tab and not be, you know, chintzy and do that. So I try to do that, especially with my younger relatives, the ones that are just starting off in life. I like to treat them a little bit now and again. My brother used to do it for me when he was alive, and sometimes he didn't know it, but it would be him treating me out to dinner or having me over for dinner would be the difference of me having something to eat that day or not, and he would know. But so I know what it means to the young people to, you know, get a meal now and again. So I try to pass that on to my relatives. Hopefully they'll do so for their children or their other relatives. I know. Okay, so got a little cheat sheet here with my totals and stuff. That's why it looks like a big old mess. Let's see here. Now I figured out the cash amount that I wrote down on my little expense tracker here. I ran out of room with this expense tracker, and this is in the mini Happy Planner. And I do love this thing, but I don't want to carry it around my purse anymore. It's heavy and I don't want to keep up with it. So I do have a classic size budget tracker. I am going to do that envelope system with the cash, so I can literally write down on the envelope itself. Show you an example, like here's when I was using it for just a couple days. I can write down directly on here what I'm spending my money on, and I can put the receipt inside and then have a copy of my receipts and not be losing them and worried where they're floating around in my purse or not or whatever. So I'm going to try this envelope system that's by Jordan Page, funcheaperfree.com, and she's a YouTuber. That's what it's under, Jordan Page, Fun Cheaper Free. Check her out. I'll list her down below. So I'm going to try that method with my envelope system when with buying groceries. That's mostly what that's for. If you notice, it's down to just 2 categories. That's all I'm going to be doing. So if you want to see more about that, stay tuned. Hit the like button, subscribe, and that way you'll get to see my new content that's coming out. Alright, let's continue on. So again, this expense tracker was just too small. I couldn't keep up with it. I was like, where do I put it? I could have got a card, you know, and started filling it out there. But to be honest, people, I was too lazy. I just didn't want to deal with it. So I have pretty much at least till the 17th that I had, and everything else I went off and went online and looked at my bank account when I used my debit card, and trying to think where else did I get it. I really didn't spend that much money after the 17th. Well, the 20th I spent some, but so up to the 20th I was pretty good and accurate, and then I just stopped writing it down. Everything else just came out of the cash system. Again, I had $3 and some change, so it does work. It just, I didn't do a good job this month of keeping up with it like I should. So that's my fault. I will do better. What else? I was going to tell you something and it just went bloop. I swear, some timers, it's catching up with me. What was I going to tell you? Anyway, I'll think of it again. So let's try and fill this out the best we can. And again, I promise it's not that accurate. Just remember, I had a total of $790 for cash envelopes, and I spent $787. That I know I spent, but I'm over in these amounts due to using my debit card for some of the dining out that I did. So now the dining out I am pretty accurate on. Let me find out where my well, miscellaneous I know was $45 because I had to pay cash. I forgot about my Sam's Club membership being due in April, so that was $45 absolutely. Let's see. We already talked about fuel, that. Pet fuel. Where is my dining out? Did I not do it? No, eating out's at the top. I just can't read it. Okay, so total for eating out. Yeah, dining out. My total, including debit and cash that I kept up with, was, yeah, there it is, 161.68. I know. Gasp. That's $100 over. What are you eating? A side of beef? Close. I am doing keto, so I'm like, steak. But that was over due to me taking some family out, which will probably happen again this month, to be honest, but hopefully it won't go overboard. But I'm betting it will, because I know, what is today? Today is Monday. Here in about 2 days, I'm gonna go to Owensboro, go see my niece. We're all gonna go out to dinner. I'll probably pick up the bill there, and then my other niece will be moving into town about the middle of the month, and I'll probably end up taking her and her boyfriend out for dinner then. So we'll see. I'll try to be good, but no promises. Okay, so that's where I was there. So way over budget. What else did I spend? I really didn't spend anything on, well, that's a lie. I did spend stuff on me, but I spent it through Amazon and I spent it through Ulta. I was really bad at Ulta, like shamey bad. I hadn't gone to Ulta in over a year because that place is my like kryptonite, that and Sephora. I love makeup, but I don't wear it that often. I'm one of those. I do, but I don't. It just depends if I have time in the morning. And here lately, I'd rather sleep than put on makeup, but I'm trying to do better. Anyway, for the I'm gonna add my Ulta and my Amazon together. Now I had this Amazon list that had been building since December, and I hadn't pulled the trigger on it. I was waiting, and then I got some extra money in because, well, we got our taxes in. I had to pay for an air conditioning in Owensboro, and I had that sinking fund, so I pulled out $2,500 into my account. I only need $2,420, so there was an extra little bit there that I spent. But I spent more than what I had. And then between Ulta and Amazon, so I know, this is full disclosure, people, I was bad. I was so bad. Okay, so Amazon, I spent $300.43. I know, gas, right? Like, what did you buy at Amazon that cost so much? Several things. I bought 2 coat stands, you know, you hang your coats on. I got 2 of them because we needed them. My husband, God love him, loves coats. He's a coat hoarder. He just jackets, coats, capes, whatever. Oof, cloaks. Yeah, don't call it a cape, it's a cloak. Whatever. He's got tons of them, okay? Motorcycle jackets, everything. Leather jackets, navy pea jackets. I have 3. 1, 2, 3. I actually need more, but that's what I've got right now, is 3. But he's got rain jackets, so I needed a place to hang them because our closet is stuffed and there was nowhere for my stuff. So I bought 2 of those. I also bought a lid for a 30-ounce, you know, like the insulated mug. Well, I need one that has a slidey close because I'm tired of spilling my drink on me when I go out to the car in the morning when I get to work. What else did I buy? Bought those 2 things, about that. Oh, I bought this cool thing to clean your headlights, because my headlights, I have a 2005 model Toyota Matrix, which I love. It has over 200,000 miles, and the headlights were getting yellow. So I bought one of those buffing things that's attached to your power drill and the cleaner to clean it. That was about 20 bucks. What else did I buy? Isn't that a horrible one? What else did I buy? I used everything that I bought. That was probably $80. That was another 20, so there's 100 in there. What else did I buy? I'm racking my brain. Oh, I bought a cheese slicer. It's especially one that's got this roller thing on it, so when you actually roll across the trees, it keeps it all even. I bought that because I buy blocks of cheese instead of buying slices and shredded. I do it myself. So that came in, that was like $10. What else? Oh, I know. Now this might be a little grody for some of you all, and if it is, I apologize. I don't mean to gross you out, and some of you would not do this. I haven't inherited my mother's Persian cat, Tabby. She's orange, fluffy, squashed face, can't breathe real well. This cat's very loving, but she likes to pee everywhere, and I can't stand it. And when my dad was alive, he was like, put the cat down, just put it down. And I'm like, I can't do that, Dad. That's not how I do things. So I've been dealing with it, and so I bought this thing called a Piddle place, I think is the name. I'll link it down below on Amazon in case you have the peeing cat. Maybe this will help. But I've used it since I got it last week, and she's using it beautifully. No more peeing on the floor. She pees on the pad, and I can pick up the poo and spray it down, and the urine collects in the container that's sealed off and kind of drains in there. And then here in a couple days I'll pick it up, I'll take it to the toilet, undo the drain, pour out the pee, put it back, you know, and put it back, and then that's all I gotta do, and spray off the mat she pooed on, and that's it. I know it sounds gross. Apologize if I've grossed you out, but in case you have that problem, try it versus getting rid of your animal. There's too many pets that are giving up because of this reason. So just thought I'd share that with you. But that was like $100, plus I bought a additional pad, which is like 25, 30 bucks. So that was the majority of it. Anything else I can't think off the top of my head. That was my Amazon. Now the Ulta, that was perfume. I promised myself that if I used all my perfume when I got down to about a week's worth left, that I could go buy some more, because I was a perfume hoarder. I used to have a whole drawer in my pantry closet that was like full of like Victoria's Secret smells and Bath and Body Works and, you know, all the frou-frou stuff. and they would sit there and go bad before I could get 2 of them. So I made myself a little down to 2. I had a perfume from Nest. I can't remember the name of it. And the other one I had was Lolita Limpinka, I think. I don't think they make it anymore. But so I had that much left, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and order them. And I ordered some perfume from Pacifica. They were like 20 bucks a piece, and they had a special in Ulta that you buy one, you got the other one half off. So I stocked up and bought that, and then I went back in, and again, I hadn't bought makeup in a year, so I bought a bunch of eye makeup. So I'm bad. So let's continue on. All right, so we're gonna put that under the me category. So $343 plus what I spent at Ulta, which was insane. 204.30, I think it's 30. So 504.73. So I really blew it there. But again, that's my bad. Groceries, according to what I have written down on my groceries, get up there. My groceries, I had 574.05 plus I know I spent 18.19 plus I want to say 42.85. So we'll say $635.09 for groceries. Sounds right. So like I said, I blew that up out of the worst. So let's add this up. And 635.09 plus 161.68 plus 45 plus 504.73. So I killed that. $1,346.50. Now when I tell you I haven't been to Ulta for a year, that means I haven't bought any makeup for a year. I had mascara that I bulked up and bought, and I ended up buying some mascara and the eye stuff and the perfume, and that's what cost me so much. So, you know. And a little tip, if you're buying mascara and you don't like the over-the-counter brands, because they're getting up to $9, $10 anyway, if you go buy the little sample ones, like I love a Tight Line by It Cosmetics and the Hero mascara that It Cosmetics has. I love those two together. Well, if you get the small ones, they're like 10 bucks a piece. So I picked up 4, 2 of each. So that'll do me for probably about 6 months, which isn't bad. So that's my little makeup tip. All right, moving on. What did I pay for credit card 1 and credit card 2? So credit card 1 is the one I'm trying to pay off at this moment. My minimum payment I thought was $158. It was really $168, so I'm going to alter that here. I ended up paying, at the end of the day, all the cash I had left in my account before the new deposit was in. I was able to pay, not as much because I was hoping to pay like $500, $600. Well, I would have if I wouldn't have blown it on myself. Was $265. Where's it at? No, it's just $265. I'm sitting here trying to read for more. And now my minimum payment here was supposed to be $320, and it was actually $318, so that is what I paid. Granted, I didn't pay as much as I would have liked, but I still paid more than the minimum, so we'll do better. Let's see, 168.320. I'm going to change this real quick. Should have been 488, and then let's add this. So I spent 265.318. So I ended up paying $583 total. Still a card payment. Whew. Other things that happened to me this month, I had to use my emergency fund. Our dryer broke, and it was going to be probably more expensive to fix it than just to buy a new one. Plus it was old, like 15 years old. So I went ahead and bought a new one from Home Depot. I didn't buy the baseline. The baseline was like an Amana, and it had real chintzy, kind of cheapy chintzy's the word today if you haven't figured that out, buttons, turn knobs and stuff, and I was like, I don't like how that feels. Plus it was smaller. It was a 6.5 cubic feet. The one I bought I think was a 7 or 7.2. I went one level up, and it was on sale for, it had like $40 off in the store, like on the price, but then when you go to buy it, they took another $40 off. If I would have bought the Amana, I would have had to spend about $400 in total to get it delivered and the other one taken away and all that jazz. So for $100 more, I went up one, and I got a, you don't even know what you got. What did you get? It's not a Whirlpool. What is that thing? It wasn't a Amana. Oh, it was a GE. Now I know GE's kind of got bad reputation lately. I wouldn't buy anything GE'd if I was going to run water through it, like a refrigerator or a dishwasher. That's just me. But the GE dryer, I think, seems to be okay. Some people say they won't last about 2 years. I'm hoping for 5 out of it. If I can get 5, I'm happy. I spent a total of $496. What was it? 53. I'm going to add that down here to show. I'm going to put dryer that I had to buy. Again, that came out of my emergency fund, so that was $496.53, and that was right at the beginning of the month. What else happened? Oh, my other news since moving to town. Well, let's put it this way. She doesn't have anyone to help her at all. Her dad's passed away. Her dad passed away when she was younger, and her mom was my sister. Since moving here to town and getting ready to go to college, her name's Taylor. She graduated this time last year from high school. She's already graduating this year with her Associates of Science in Art. She's been working 2 jobs and go to school full time. She's a worker, and she's a go-getter, and I feel like, you know, she needed my help. She didn't ask for it, so I'm going to help her. I was unable to have her stay with us, but we did the next best thing. We got some tax money in. We actually got, full disclosure, that's what we got for our tax refund this year. I had to pay this amount, $1,174 to Indiana, and I've paid $934 so far for Taylor. So I'm going to continue to help her. My husband and I have agreed to help her. We've already got her in the apartment. Well, she will be in the apartment here in a couple weeks, but I've already signed the lease. It's good to go. We've already paid the first month, the deposit, all that stuff for May, and then I'll help her pay for June and July, and then August she'll be on her own. She's already gotten a job. She just doesn't start until after she comes up here and moves, and she's got a second interview in June for another job as well, so she can work 2 jobs this summer. So that's where another bit of my money went, and like I said, that was, I'm just gonna put tour here, and that so far has been about $934. Because I'm helping her, that money is coming out of tax money. That's not coming out of my income, regular income. So that's kind of different. The other thing that I had, see the dryer tore. Since I got the AC fixed, had to pay for the AC in Owensboro, and like I said, that was $2,420, which was to me a good deal. I had the same people that installed our air conditioner. They're also plumbers. They're called Acme Plumbing in Owensboro. They also, I asked them if they knew any good construction guys to take a tub out. I have a tub, a fiberglass tub from like the 80s, and it's got those stupid heinous cracks in the bottom. And I had bath fitters come out, and the price estimate was $5,600, and I was like, I'm not paying that. I had them come out. They actually do construction on the side that they don't advertise, so always ask them, you know, if you've got somebody out there that's doing a good job that you like, you know, how their prices are, ask them, do you know anybody that you could recommend for this job or that job, whether it's plumbing or heating, and they're heating and you're wanting to know about plumbing, they'll know somebody. But they have their own construction crew. He priced me a little high, I thought, but considering it's better than bath fitters, $4,100. I asked him because there's wallpaper in that bathroom, he said it has to be torn down. So he was wanting to know if I wanted anything else done. Well, there's a light fixture in there I'd like to have changed. There's about 4 towel holders, you know, like the ring ones. I've got 2 ring ones and a long one, and like a over the or behind the door hook. Those need to be changed out. There's a mirror up there, but I think he wasn't going to change out the mirror. But to take the wallpaper off, to re-mud the walls and sand down, not paint them or anything, change out a light fixture, change out a pivot rod, which is in the sink, which is where your stopper goes up and down. That's broke, but I can fix it myself for probably 12 bucks, so I'm going to do that myself. Then he was saying, including the tub and everything, it would be like $7,900. Yeah, you heard me. $7,900 for just a few little bobs and bits, and I'm like, no. So I'm gonna have him do the tub, and then I'm gonna try and save up about $9,000 to $1,000 more. About $5,000 is my goal to save up for a sinking fund, and then we're gonna get the tub fixed. And then I think my niece Eva and I and her husband, we're gonna tear down the wallpaper, you know, sand it where it needs to be sanded, fix it where it needs to be fixed, get new towel holders, probably paint the bottom cabinet, you know, the sink cabinet thing, and change out the light fixture, fix the pivot rod and that, and paint. And I should be able to do that for just, you know, $600, $700, maybe $800, and totally change the bathroom. I may share that with you, I don't know. I love DIY videos, so anything I can find. So that's coming up. So because I have this new sinking fund that I'm going to have to start saving for, and it's so big, it's $5,000, I am going to halt on paying my debt, which I know I probably shouldn't, but here's my thinking. This tub has to be replaced. There are cracks, there are leaks probably going on underneath the tub. Now we've got it sealed a little bit, like Fix-A-Seal or whatever, the Fix-A-Seal tape and the spray, but how good can that really be? So I need to try and save this money up as fast as possible. So I'm going to try and save $5,000 and say I'm going to give myself, I was thinking maybe 5 months, but I'm like, that's pushing it. I'm going to try for 6, maybe 7 months altogether, and try to save up. So to do that, I'm going to stop payment, or not stop payment, but I'm going to be just paying my minimum over here, and every other dollar I've got is going to be chucked into there. And because I'm changing out how I'm doing my cash envelope system, I used to have $1,000 that would go into the bank a month that this was coming out of. Well, now I'm changing it to only $800 because that's all I'm allowing myself a month in cash, and that extra $200 is going to the other bank or the credit union, and then that money can be used towards the sinking fund. So that is that, as they say. That is all the hiccups and conundrums and lovely stuff that I've had to deal with this month. I still need to add up exactly how bad I was. And if you're still here, give yourself a hand because that was a long story. But that was full disclosure, people. I'm not going to lie to you. 770.31 plus 260.92 plus 583 plus, where I blew it, $1,346.50. So that means $2,960.71, and that's not including the dryer because that came from emergency funds, and I'm not including what I paid for tour because that came out of taxes, and the AC was a sinking fund that I already had. So that altogether is what I spent, and the difference, 2,960.71 minus $2,318.31 means I was over budget. Let's leave me back in. You can't see that. It's chicken scratch. Chicken scratch. $642.40, and that is because I overspent on eating out. I bought Amazon stuff that I felt I needed. And by the way, that thing for the car lights, the buffet thing, that worked pretty good, man. I might insert some pictures. Hey, future Lex, you, right there, you. You insert some pictures that you took of the buffet thing. So I will try and include that for you. And If I can remember, FutureLex needs to add the Amazon links in case you're interested and have that problem with your car. Alright, so as I said, $642.40 that I was over, which is like, gah. But you know, sometimes you have good months, sometimes you have bad. I don't have anything else on my Amazon wish list that I need for a while, and if I do, I'm going to start just, you know, doing it small amounts instead of overwhelming myself. Maybe I'll make a little Amazon Amazon section whenever it starts getting to that time, and if I have money saved up, then great, and then if not, then I don't get it. Alright, so that was the April budget for 2018. It was a cluster, but we got through it. Hope you learned something. Hope this challenges you to do better with your budget, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Catch you later. Bye!